GlassOuse. Hello from Greece. We're in Athens, Greece. Behind me is the famous Acropolis, where democracy, the experiment democracy, took place around 400 BC. Now, that democracy came to a sudden halt and a collapse. The only difference between the United States and what we see behind me is the experiment lasted a lot longer. But democracy has begun its collapse in the United States of America. Today in DeFi IoT, I want to go through some of the aspects where democracy is collapsing and why it's important for our freedom, our financial freedom, and our markets that we maintain that democratic republic. Let's talk about that today in DeFi IoT. What I want to jump into today is I want to talk a little bit about what's taking place with Tucker Carlson on Fox, the attacks you're seeing on Steven Crowder right now by conservative media, namely Candace Owens, and others that are being canceled out right now in our conservative media, as well as other people who try to defend free market economies. What's happening right now in the United States of America is we're watching a decay, a social decay, a moral decay in our society. It's ironic that our first stop here on our trip in Greece would bring in Athens and the Acropolis, where you also saw a moral decay collapse this once great and mighty city. The attack that Candace Owens recently has done on Steven Crowder is something that is completely uncalled for when all of this is conservative media. You have the Daily Wire coming out with Shapiro, etc., and Candace Owens that are directly going after Steven Crowder because he exposed that YouTube and other venues, especially YouTube, is controlling what they can say and what they cannot say. For that, now, he's under attack by fellow conservatives. That's not the way it should be working here in America. It's sad to see that Steven Crowder, like him or don't like him, who represents and defends a lot of our freedoms, and whether you like the way he goes about things or doesn't go about things, what Candace Owens and the Daily Wire is going out to do in destroying Steven Crowder, and now a leak over an argument he has with his wife, is complete just foul play and a collapse in our ethics in our society today. Why is it so important for us to maintain this freedom and this ability to have freedom of speech and a respect for one another, whether we agree or disagree, especially with conservative media? Why are they fighting each other and going after Steven Crowder? Well, because Steven Crowder exposed him. Steven Crowder comes out and states, hey, you know, these social medias, Fox as well as Daily Wire and others, and he didn't say directly who they were. We know who they were because Daily Wire came out and admitted to it, and then he went on and talked about it later. But the idea that these attacks continue to get worse and the cancellation of Tucker Carlson being fired by Rupert Murdoch and the shift away from Fox to focus on a candidate they want to promote shows that our freedom of speech is seriously under attack. And what's that mean for our free market economy? Well, you take away the freedom of speech, then you start taking away private property because you're taking away personal thought. You start taking away property rights, then you also start taking away freedoms. And that freedom starts with the market, the economy. The Fed now is going to raise interest rates, what they're saying, 100 basis points in the next meeting. That's a full percentage point. What's going to happen? It's going to lead to more bank collapses. We know that this coming week, we're probably going to see more banks collapse. And as we continue to go forward in raising interest rates without even caring of what the repercussions are going to be, we're going to see a huge decline and even push it into a recession. I feel we will go into a recession. Areas that we need to focus on right now is we really need to come together with a respect in this country of speech and allow each other to express ourselves. The United States is not being just attacked from within and from one party to another party. This is coming from without, and it's a global agenda. This is all Marxist-based. I lived in these Latin countries for 20 years. I saw how Marxism works, how they twist it and turn it, and then try to blame the others when they're the ones doing the actual deception. This is a Machiavellian type of a strategy. I would like to see us find more unity. I'd like to see us be able to work together, but unfortunately our differences are so much. One wants the Constitution, one side wants a Constitution and freedoms, the other doesn't. They want a more draconian type of government. That's only going to lead to a loss of freedoms, speech, private property, etc., which comes back to the roots of Marxism. What we see behind us is a representation of social and moral decay and a collapse of once a great city. The Acropolis that once stood up there represented something on that hill. The United States of America once stood on that hill. We're no longer on that hill. And we have to accept that. And our dollar is under attack from the BRICS nations, which has grown to 25 people now, or 25 countries. We're in a serious dire strait. And we need to do something about it. Here in DeFi IoT, we're going to walk through, we're going to give ideas, what we can do financially, prepare for things, and go through what we can do to become a better society. It's just sad to see what's taking place, though, in conservative media and how they've turned on each other and how they've turned on somebody who exposed the truth. It only goes to show that Candace Owens, then, is got something to hide, and she's going to attack Steven Crowder so greatly. That's my personal feelings on it. This is not financial advice by no means. Please make your subscription, put up to date, give us a thumbs up. Follow us here in DeFi IoT. We're a growing channel, but we're going to grow with you as we go through the trying times that come together. Here, we're going to be able to help you walk through, maintain your family environment, maintain your financial freedoms, and maintain the freedom that America once stood for. We'll see you in our next video.